The sun dips low over the Pacific, casting a golden glow on the sands outside the Forester, Logan Beach house, and for a moment it seems as though summer has finally arrived in all its carefree glory. But behind the sliding glass doors, a far darker game is beginning to unfold. Luna Nozawa has returned to Los Angeles with a plan so carefully calibrated that every detail must play out perfectly, and nothing could delight her more than the thought of turning the Forester, Logan Clan's own summertime idol, into a battlefield of emotions. She watches from a distance, concealed by beach grasses and a pair of high-powered binoculars, as Steffi Forrester's laughter drifts on the breeze while she tenders her son Hayes in his little arms, whispering promises of sunshine and adventure. Luna's heart clenches with envy and vindication. Years ago, she thought she understood what it meant to be torn from a child, to feel that primal ache that ripples through every fiber of your being when you must protect someone so fiercely that you'd fight the world itself to keep them safe. And yet, through some cruel twist of fate, it was Steffi who wound up with the privilege Luna believed should have been hers. Today, the tables turn, or at least, Luna intends that they will. In the coming days, she will infiltrate Hayes's world as graciously as possible, slipping little tokens of her affection into his life, dolls with porcelain faces, soft blankets in pastel hues, tiny toys shaped like woodland creatures. All while keeping her distance, watching the way Hayes's eyes light up with each surprise gift, feeling the bitter sting of exclusion as Steffi thanks Luna in polite, distracted tones, never suspecting the true source of such generosity. But gifts alone cannot win a child's heart, especially one so cherished by a mother like Steffi. No, Luna knows she must strike where her target is most vulnerable, in the soft place where maternal bonds form, in the sacred space of trust between a mother and her child. So Luna lingers near the edges of the beach house, on the porch, behind the dunes, along the winding stone pathway, and studies the routine that binds Steffi and Hayes together. She notes how Steffi hums low tunes as she combs Hayes's hair, how she pauses mid-sentence to press a kiss into his soft cheek, how every fiber of her motherly being lights up in his presence. If Steffi truly understood the agony of separation that Luna endured, she would never take this for granted. Luna's plan is simple in its way. Turn Hayes's affections toward herself, undermine Steffi's confidence, and then step in as the guardian angel who understands what it really means to lose a child. But such a gamble requires patience and precision. She must wait until the moment is right, perhaps during the weekend stretch from June 16th to June 20th, when the tide of emotions runs highest and the house overflows with activity. More guests will arrive, distractions will abound, and Steffi's watchful eye might slip at just the crucial moment. Luna will seize that instant, offer Hayes a gift so personal, perhaps a locket containing a photo of Luna cradling him as an infant, that his heart will flutter with fascination. And once a toddler's heart tilts toward you, a world of possibilities unfolds. Meanwhile, back at the cliffside estate of Brooke Logan, another drama is unfolding. One that threatens to upend loyalties and devastate alliances in ways no surveillance ever could. Brooke spends her afternoons wandering the sunlit halls, called by echoes of memories she and Ridge Forrester have built together, a lifetime of marriages and divorces, of whispered promises and scandalous liaisons. Ridge, for his part, has assumed they were destined for forever, but destiny has a way of faltering beneath the weight of unexpected passions. When Nick Marone returns to Los Angeles, stepping off the private jet with that roguish grin and that innate confidence that once drove Brooke wild, she feels the familiar flutter at her core, as though her heart remembers beats she'd long thought spent. Brooke tells herself that Ridge is her anchor, that he embodies the stability she needs after so many storms, but Nick's arrival is like a siren's song she cannot resist. Sparks crackle immediately. At the polo fields where Nick's laughter rings out, at the gala fundraisers where he sweeps Brooke into his arms, at the Forrester Design Runway show where he applauds her creations with unrestrained admiration. Nick is everything Ridge is not: spontaneous, unpredictable, thrilling in ways that make Brooke's pulse race. Ridge watches from the sidelines, suspicious, wounded, determined to prove that their bond is unbreakable. But every stolen glance between Brooke and Nick, every brush of fingers across a champagne flute, chips away at that certainty. The insiders whisper that a kiss is imminent, and whispers soon blossom into headlines. Sources confirm that Brooke and Nick will share a passionate locking of lips so electric it threatens to set the air ablaze. And once lips meet, loyalties will be tested in the harshest light. Will Brooke choose the secure fortress of Ridge's legacy, or will she follow her heart into the unpredictable wilds of desire with Nick? The Forrester Logans may have believed they were settling into a golden summer of family picnics and romantic strolls, but under the surface, hidden by the sheen of warm days and salty breezes, a perfect storm is gathering. Luna's scheming eyes, Nick's seductive charm, Steffi's maternal devotion, Brooke's restless longing, and Ridge's stubborn sense of fate. All these forces are converging on that sun-drenched stretch of coastline, where secrets are as fierce as the ocean's currents and hearts are as vulnerable as footprints in the sand. Monday, June 16th, marks the beginning of the shift, as Luna's binoculars focus on the illuminated windows of the beach house and Brooke's pulse quickens at the sound of Nick's laughter drifting down from the veranda above. By June 20th, nothing will be the same. Friendships will fracture, alliances will shift, and a child's allegiance will become the most coveted prize of all. Because in the high-stakes world of fashion, family, and forbidden desire, every heart is a battlefield, and Luna Nozawa intends to win, no matter what it costs. Steffi Forrester stands on the edge of the terrace at the beach house, her gaze sweeping the glistening expanse of sand and surf, completely absorbed in thoughts of her little boy's imminent birthday celebration. Balloons in shades of pastel blue and white will soon festoon the doors, while fairy lights twinkle overhead like distant stars, promising an ethereal backdrop for Hayes' special day. Inside, she is poring over guest lists and confectionery menus, determined that every detail be perfect. Even the ribbon on the cake must match his tiny eyes. What Steffi cannot fathom is that danger lurks just beyond the veil of her domestic bliss. Luna Nozawa remains hidden in the nearby dunes, binoculars trained on every tender moment between mother and son. With a heart hardened by old wounds, Luna sees the birthday as her prime opportunity. Isolated guests, only one parent fully occupied, the ebb and flow of celebration creating pockets of vulnerability. On the morning of the party, Luna will creep closer, clutching a gift wrapped in soft blue silk, a doll so lifelike it nearly breathes. Intending to hand it to Hayes and endear herself forever in his innocent eyes. No sooner will Steffi's back be turned than Luna will murmur happy birthday, Hayes, her voice laced with both sweetness and an undertone of menace, forever shifting the cozy equilibrium of the Forrester Finnegan clan. Meanwhile, at the Forrester mansion, Taylor Hayes arrives unannounced in Eric's stately office, her purposeful footsteps echoing on marble floors. Eric Forrester looks up from the ledger of Ridge Forrester's latest designs, but Taylor's expression is steely rather than surprised. She tells him she isn't insecure about Ridge's devotion, far from it, but admits she is curious, her voice wavering between maternal concern and professional intrigue. "You still believe your son belongs with Brooke, don't you?" Taylor asks, leaning against the edge of the desk. Eric's brow furrows as he recalls the years Ridge and Brooke have been the golden couple, the very foundation of the Forrester empire. He chooses his words carefully. Ridge has always been drawn to the magnetic pull of Brooke Logan, but he also acknowledges Ridge's deep respect for Taylor's own place in his life. Before Eric can deflect, Taylor presses on. Do you think Nick Marone ever truly loved Brooke, or was it just his way of proving he could? Eric stiffens, recalling the tempestuous affair that nearly toppled the Forrester legacy. He says Ridge never trusted Nick's intentions, that from the start, Ridge viewed him as a rebellious interloper rather than a worthy contender for Brooke's heart. Back on the beach, Steffi's mind is occupied with invitations extended to distant relatives, Zoe Buckingham from London, Thomas's charming goddaughter, and surprisingly, Daphne Rose, whose broken betrothal to Douglas Forrester still tinges each mention of her name with awkwardness. Steffi has sent a heartfelt letter urging Daphne to return to LA, convinced that rekindling old friendships will soothe the tension she senses is mounting within her family. She imagines the reunion, laughter by the bonfire, soft music drifting over dancing feet in the sand, all culminating in one heartfelt happy birthday chorus for Hayes. What she cannot foresee is the way the birthday party itself will be the stage for Luna's final gambit, and how each guest's reaction to the mysterious new face hovering at the periphery will ripple through their relationships long after the candles have burned out. At the same moment, in the glittering conference room of Forrester Creations, Nick Marone strides in with an air of determination that draws every head. Brooke Logan, present for a meeting on the new summer line, barely registers the slide of presentation charts before she feels the temperature in the room spike with his arrival. Nick's voice, low and confident, cuts through the hum of conversation. "Brooke," he says, spacing the word as though it has been years since he's tasted it. She glances up, her heart pounding, all the assurances Ridge has given her about their unbreakable bond dissolving like salt on her tongue. He leans in, one hand hovering near a stack of fabric samples, and confesses that he's returned to reclaim what was once his, a declaration so raw it sends shivers down Brooke's spine. Before anyone can react, Nick captures her lips in a kiss so electric that the fluorescent lights seem to flicker. Brooke's pulse races, her mind a whirlwind of guilt, desire, and the faint echo of Ridge's protective presence somewhere beyond the glass walls. Will she pull away, anchoring herself to the life she's built with Ridge? Or will she surrender to the fierce, forbidden spark Nick still ignites within her? In the shadows of the veranda, Taylor's questioning of Eric reverberates through the corridors of power at Forrester Creations. Soon word of their intense conversation reaches Ridge, who finds himself torn between loyalty to his father's vision and the emotional complexity of his bond with Taylor. His mother, but also the woman he once worshipped. Ridge, when confronted by Taylor, insists that his loyalty has never wavered and that Nick Marone was always a disruptive force in their world. Yet, watching Brooke's face flush as she struggles to process Nick's kiss, Ridge cannot ignore the currents of doubt coursing through his blood. As summer deepens into June, the collision course set by Luna, Steffi, Taylor, Eric, Ridge, Brooke, Nick, and even the unsuspecting Daphne Rose promises to shake the foundations of every relationship. On June 20th, after the last guest has departed the birthday party, after the candles have melted into wax puddles on the cake stand, Luna will slip away into the night, her intentions complete, or so she will think. Meanwhile, Brooke will confront the aftermath of her impulsive response in that conference room, forcing Ridge and Nick to face the fallout. Taylor and Eric will reassess their uneasy truce, as doubt and protective instinct wage war in Taylor's heart. And Steffi, blissfully unaware of how perilously close she came to forfeiting her son's trust, will finally glimpse the shadow that has trailed her every step, igniting a new chapter of fierce maternal determination. In the world of the bold and the beautiful, love is as shifting as the sand, and every moment beneath the sun holds the potential for glory or catastrophe. With each character maneuvering like chess pieces on the shore, the next episode promises fireworks not just in the sky above Los Angeles, but in the hearts of those who dare to play with desire and destiny alike.